Barbara?
Go ahead, Julie. Go right ahead. I think we lost her again. She's frozen.
Terry keeps freezing.
It's bad internet connection. So I'm going to ask you a question right from Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is to Lori now. You call products heroes or zeros. What makes you so smart, and how do you really know it's a winner or a loser?
16 years of experience in knowing what works and what doesn't work. But I think that truly, I think it's a gut instinct that some people have and some people don't as to what's going to be wanted by people in the marketplace. But I also think that some of it, if somebody comes in and shows that there's experience and that something has been a winner already. Yeah, we can hear you.
A viewer question, yeah.
I was answering a Twitter question presented by Kevin from Twitter.
And that's Mr. Wonderful.
Okay, all right.
But I don't know where I left off.
Okay.
You were saying
all right, Mr. Wonderful.
Lori, what's your percentage of being accurate against not accurate on heroes or zeros?
What's my percentage?
What's your batting average? Because you can't have all winners.
My batting average, I have a 90% success rate on new products launched.
That's better than what I do with husbands.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Everything I think is a hero is a zero, and vice versa. I just invest in the people for the most part. But yeah, I'm always shocked at my outcome.
I'm gonna pick you a husband, Barbara.
Oh, please don't. I'm stuck with one for 24 years. I have no idea. He'd be too expensive to unload.
All right, so let's get back to
you don't know what's going to work, and you have to have a portfolio of ideas. You got to invest in a few things because you don't know which one's going to make you the money back. Some of the best ideas I saw Barbara put her money into went to zero right away. It's amazing.
You're a mean guy today.
All right, so let's start with another. Let's take another question. Okay, this is from a Twitter handle, Ringle2, Brett Ringleham. What's the worst investment you made on Shark Tank?
Oh, I have one. Toy Guru. The idea was the Netflix of toys, and mommies would rent their toys, then the kids would throw up on them, and then they put them back in a box and mail them back. Then they'd steam spray them and send them out again.
Oh, God.
That was not a good idea, and it went
out of business with that sales job.
Well, why was it
straight to zero with a bullet? Also, really bad management.
But why were you so taken up with them on air?
I like the idea because I was involved in the toy industry for 3 years with Mattel. They bought my company.
You should have known better.
And I watched how mothers can't stand the fact that kids only play with toys for 90 days between the ages of 1 and 3. So this concept was every month you get a bunch of other crap you can play with. Made total sense to me, and I think it would still work if we had better. That's the trouble. You don't know how the managers are until you actually work them for a while. In that case, it was bad management that blew the company up.
I think I can agree with you. Barbara and I went in on a deal with a young lady's company. It was called Gayla Bentley, year one. I went out and I made all her first samples. It was.
Let me interject. It was a women's clothing company for women with curves.
Plus size women, yeah. And great samples we made, but I think the management, it really. We haven't heard from them since. Have you, Barb? Have you heard from them?
Yes, actually, she's going through New York as we speak, pitching a new show on how to dress chubby girls. Swear to God.
Barbara, I don't think you can use the word chubby. You can say Rubenesque.
Rubenesque. Okay.
Rubenesque.
Husky.
Okay.
But
And Barbara, let's not
what
forget.
was wrong with her is she didn't have the talent to bring the bacon home. She had
Barbara,
the talent to
what
design.
about that deal where you invested in elephant snout enemas? What happened to that?
They weren't enemas; they're medicine dispensers, and she's doing enormously well. Go to any of your local drugstores and pick a few up. They're only $10 retail.
Ava
the elephant. Come on, she's a phenomenal businesswoman.
But it was an enema, Barbara?
It was not an enema. Enough. Next question.
What was it called again? Elvira the enema?
Okay. All right. So we're moving on from Ava the elephant. Okay. Lori, did you want to chime in on something that an investment you made that maybe didn't turn out what you expected?
No, that hasn't happened yet, but I'll let you know in the future.
A few more seasons, Lori, it will.
I did have one where the product didn't turn out, so I couldn't make the investment.
Oh, what in terms of manufacturing? It wasn't.
Right. In terms of manufacturing, it wasn't working out on their end, so we never could even move forward.
Was it too expensive, or just wasn't able to be manufactured?
Malfunctioning.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, Lori, how many deals were you not? Lori, how many deals were you not able to close? Not because of the product, but because, the fourth season in, a lot of these entrepreneurs are saying, "Well, I'm a star now, and it's not the deal that I wanted to take on TV," and they start having all these lawyers and friends get in between. I was
going to say, I think we all agree that people that come on without genuine interest to close their deal really shouldn't be coming on to Shark Tank. It's not, that, as Daymond always says, you take away from someone else who genuinely wants and needs our help. So for those that come on, entrepreneurs that come on thinking that they're just going to get publicity.
But they do get publicity. It's very tempting.
It's the wrong thing to do, and it's not something that I think is a smart move or a fair, ethical move.
The truth is the platform is grown so big now that people know if they can just get on the show, there's a Shark Tank effect. For example, some of them get on to Good Morning America. I have one deal that just this morning aired in an area that I thought I'd never invest in. Most of the food, dog food, and those kind of deals, Barbara buys all those. But once in a while, I said, what does she see in all this cake and cupcake stuff? So I invested in one, and they just got on Good Morning America. They've sold so many cupcakes, they're going to spend the rest of their life making them now.
I know my scrub daddy was on Good Morning America too today, and it did phenomenally well.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
The scrub daddy did phenomenally well. I don't know why you didn't let me in on that deal.
What's your problem? You didn't take your Wheaties today?
My wife watched it.
You didn't let me in on the deal. It didn't cost you another $100, but you're going to make $1 million, so I don't really know if I feel even better about that.
My wife watched the scrub daddy deal.
I'm going to let you in on my next deal, okay?
Like my wife was watching Scrub Daddy and said, "Kevin, why didn't you invest with Lori in that stupid sponge? She's going to make a fortune." And
her fangs were out. Her fangs were out, Kevin, and she was just vicious. She was greedy.
I was happy you won, Lori. You won it fair and square, and the guys are now jealous and complaining.
I am, and I'm being very honest about it. I'm so.
All right, we're going to take another question.
Who can believe a Scrub Daddy sponge? A sponge with a smile on it. Just ridiculous.
So we're going to take another question now. And this one comes from Twitter, from Twitter handle Inventioneers. And the question is this: when making a pitch, is it more important to stress the problem and your solution, or how your product will benefit them? And I'm assuming that means how your product will benefit the investor.
Both are important. Equally important.
Well, I think definitely the why it would be a good investment is very important. I mean, I don't think if they don't prove that, then nobody's really interested. Would you guys agree?